What if you could reset your body naturally? Lose weight, lower your blood pressure, support your heart, not with another prescription, but with a simple daily rhythm called time-based eating. It quiets cravings and fills in the gaps with fiber and nutrients. This protocol will help you stabilize blood sugar and curb hunger. No more roller coasters, no more guesswork. You could change everything. Start your reset today. Go to youfeelgreat.com and use code BILLSTILL or call 1-800-864-2489 and tell them Bill Still sent you.
What kind of a hit would it take to get your attention where you would maybe need a drink? Where somebody came in and said, Don, we got some bad news. Woo! That's 7-Eleven in Akron. Well, what?
Hopefully, David, I wouldn't be in a position where I'd have to take that kind of...
I know that. I know. We're just pretending.
I just want to tell you that.
You act like you're running for something.
No.
As Donald J. Trump began his presidency, it soon became clear this was going to be very different than any administration in history.
We got it done. We're good at getting things approved. And the landmark VA accountability law to ensure that anyone who mistreats our veterans can be immediately held accountable. You're fired. Get out. Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the 6th branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement. We are going to have the Air Force, and we are going to have the Space Force.
The president said he wants to create a new branch of the military that would patrol outer space. And get this, he wants to call it the Space Force. I'm not joking.
Why do we need the Space Force? What don't we understand about it? Because you say you're on board.
Well, just because it came out of Trump's mouth doesn't require that it then be a crazy thing.
What is next for you? Well, Space Force?
You should.
Donald J. Trump, a billionaire businessman and television star, could have enjoyed the remainder of his life in luxury, traveling the world in his private 757 and enjoying time with his family and stunning wife, Melania.
A lot of people have said, why do you do this? Why? I do it because I want to make America great again. It's so much more important.
Donald Trump chose to use his talents to fight for the country he loves, rebuilding our military, the economy, and putting the citizens of America first again.
You'll be so proud of your president. You'll be so proud. Again, it's my honor. It was an amazing evening. It's been an amazing 2-year period. And I love this country.
And it's paid off, as President Trump would say, big time.
All right, let's take an inventory. Unemployment non-existent? Check. GDP soaring? Check. Trade imbalance addressed? Check. Nuclear threat reduced? Check. Terror seems at bay? Check. Things are looking up.
Most Americans have had enough of the big media and delight when President Trump pushes back on what he calls the fake news.
And I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. 75% of those people are downright dishonest. Downright dishonest. They're fake.
Well, fake news has always been embedded in our culture. It just wasn't called that. The supermarket rags popularized blatantly fake news with front-page images of aliens impregnating unsuspecting, usually large-breasted earthling women.
Obviously, we're all caught up in this sort of daily Trump fest. I mean, every single newspaper, every radio station, every bit of social media.
You got to make money, too.
Well, it's dissecting.
You got bills to pay, man. You got electric bills. You got food. You know, this guy he's giving you all cash, the cash flow in the Trump era for these TV stations.
Since day one of his presidency, there's been a constant barrage of what some experts call Trump derangement syndrome.
If you vote for Trump, then you, the voter, you, not Donald Trump, are standing at the border like Nazis.
He is your president!
There's something in the air right now with Trump that was like the 30s in Germany.
Hitler said, we've got to clamp down and we've got to ban these parties. And he consolidated power during a time when people were afraid. That's what I'm worried about, that whatever happens under Trump, whatever national emergency, a real emergency may happen, that we not allow him to take away our democratic rights.
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it.
You said recently via tweet that Trump and his family have done more damage to America than bin Laden and ISIS combined.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
The president said he was proud that others were imitating, other leaders were imitating his claims of fake news and the press is the enemy of the people.
Why is this so important? Why is this so disturbing for me? Why am I, frankly, seething with anger?
Full-blown Trump derangement syndrome?
President Trump seems to always be one step ahead of the fake news, and when they attack, he hits back twice as hard.
The White House has just revoked CNN's chief White House correspondent's press credentials, after his despicable behavior at today's news conference.
That's not an invasion. Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN. All right. And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the
have
Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN.
He is a very sick puppy.
You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead. In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not
like
a big
the rest
fan
of
of yours either, so
I understand.
To be honest.
So let me ask you a question, if I can. You repeatedly said
you aren't the best.
Mr. President, you repeatedly over the course of the...
just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead. We will be talking about it.
And what about, Mr. President, what about Michael Cohen? Are you considering
Thank you very much. Stupid question. Go ahead. Anybody else, please?
Donald Trump loves a counterpunch, and when he does, he leaves his critics with nothing to talk about except him, which makes him ever so pleased.
You can hear there is a chorus of boos and other chants from this Trump crowd here in Tampa, Florida. They're saying things like CNN sucks, go home, and fake news.
Americans have been waiting a long time for a president who lets them know they really matter.
They just love what we're doing. We're going to take the country back. We're going to make it great again.
You're the great people. You're the great people. You work hard, you pay your taxes, you do all these things, and you were forgotten. They forgot about you. And you're the smartest people. You're the smartest people. You know, when they talk about the elite. The elite. Do you ever see the elite? They're not elite. You're the elite. You are the elite.
Donald Trump actually does what he says he's going to do. And he's had his most incredible success with his biggest promise, making America great again.
It's going to be a beautiful thing. Every single American will have the opportunity to realize his or her fullest potential. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer. Our whole nation is indeed indebted to Justice Scalia for his lifetime of noble and truly incredible service. Joining us for this ceremony is his wife Maureen, who's become a great friend of my family, myself, and their 9 children, Anne, Jean, John, Catherine, Mary Claire, Paul, Matthew, Christopher, and Meg. You were very busy. Wow. Wow. I always knew I liked him.
Donald J. Trump redefined what it means to be a presidential candidate. America is experiencing a renaissance of peace and prosperity.
Do you deserve the Nobel Prize, do you think?
Everyone thinks so, but I would never say it.
But you would never know it. Listening to Hollywood, the fake news, and the talking heads, they all seem like they want to destroy this president.
You know what I want to do? I want to get it finished. The prize I want is victory for the world.
Victory for the world? He doesn't sound like a Nobel laureate. He sounds like a movie president fighting an alien invasion.
I want victory for the world against the space bugs.
I would like a pollster to test this question. How many people in the Republican Party think that it would be okay for Donald Trump to dissolve their own grandparents? I'm virtually certain that if it was a Donald Trump-related question, you'd get like 10% that would be like, Donald Trump has the power to do whatever he wants, including kill my parents.
A recession is a survivable event. What Trump is doing to this country is not.
But President Trump knows how to strike back.
Jimmy Fallon apologized. He apologized for humanizing me. The poor guy, because now he's going to lose all of us. You know, now he's going to lose all of us. If somebody would open a talk show at night, because the guy on CBS is what a lowlife. What a lowlife. I mean, honestly, are these people funny?
When I won, I said, the good thing is now the press finally gets it. Now they'll finally treat me fairly. They got worse. They're worse now than ever. They're loco.
The master marketer who turned buildings, planes, vodka, wine, steaks, ties, and reality TV shows into literal gold with his branding knows how to use the technique against his political foes.
Dianne Feinstein, did you leak? Remember her answer. Did you leak the document? What? No. No, I didn't leak. Well, wait 1 minute. Did we leak? No, we didn't leak.
Donald Trump names them and labels them, dispatching them to the public doghouse.
I'm on Meet the Press, a show now headed by Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. He's a sleeping son of a I'll tell you.
Da Nang Dick. He's a Da Nang Dick. That's Blumenthal. He talked about when I was in Da Nang province in Vietnam, and I was fighting up the hill, and men are going left and right of me. They're dying. He's a fraud. He never was in Vietnam. Sleepy Joe Biden. Remember he challenged me to a fight? Pocahontas. I've got more Indian blood in me than Pocahontas, and I have none. Chuck Schumer, or sometimes referred to as Crying Chuck Schumer, right? Crooked Hillary, Fox.
I don't respond to Donald Trump and his string of insults.
She's been crooked from the beginning.
He can say whatever he wants to say about me.
Crooked Hillary Clinton.
Donald Trump has a lot of nicknames for people like Crooked Hillary, Rocket Man. Do you have a nickname for him?
Poop Face.
Even within the Trump administration, it can be pretty fun to watch the roller coaster rides, starring his own cast of characters.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
General Kelly came to me and said that you guys wanted me to leave.
I don't love you leaving at all.
The president tweeted this morning, once again, the 8th time, about Omarosa, this time calling her a dog.
Here's what Trump had to say about Bannon. The Mercer family recently dumped the leaker known as Sloppy Steve Bannon. Smart.
People want Donald Trump to continue being real just like them and keep winning. And we have a funny feeling he will do just that.
You now have a president who is standing up proudly for America.
Thank you for enjoying this episode of Stand Up Trump, making America fun again. And thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Good Mother's Day.